Okay, so we're heading over, we're about to start. We're going to check in a second. The competitors are going to come out of this door and then they're going to try these boulders. I've been lucky to check out with the route setters all the different boulders, and you can see here they're going to have everything like they had in the semi-final. First person out, Jen Wood, local girl, yeah.
Also been climbing on the
Colman.
World Cup circuit.
Yeah. Look at these big hitters. Look at the size of them. I'm going to stand next to them just to show you the size. I don't know what they're feeding him. Massive. Second place qualifiers. Okay. We have Brooke Raboutou and Yoshiyuku Ogata. And the winners of the semi-final. It's really interesting to see all the different sizes of the athletes. You know, you got Jim Pope, probably on the shorter side, standing next to Jan, like absolutely dominating over him. Look at the eyes, he's focused, he's ready. He's psyched.
So the top qualifiers from the semi-final were Nathan Phillips and Holly Toothill.
Right.
It just gives you a bit of a perspective as to, you know, the pressure that these guys are under. And I can't imagine looking at Jen now, walking out, all smiles, but I'm sure she'll be absolutely feeling it now.
She'll be psyched, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's hard not to be. Like, I mean, what's not to like? So here we go. Okay, she's going to get it timed in a second. And I see a couple of photographers lurking in the background. And Jen, obviously local, based up in the north here, just over the way in Manchester. Is that right?
Yeah, super close. Nathaniel, not so close.
Not so close, yeah. Transatlantic distances. But yeah, here we go. The Rab CWIF 2020 final, and we're off to a start. All eyes on Jen Wood. Let's see what she's got. Tricky start.
Right idea, I think.
Yeah,
from what the setters will say.
We're slamming that toe hook in, and Nathaniel here transferring across. Yep, I think he knows what to do. These polished sections on the volumes are so difficult to know how to use. You just got to avoid them like the plague.
Yeah, dual text.
Dual text, the worst. You got to wonder, okay, for everyone at home, like we talked about it earlier, but like 30 blocks yesterday, and they obviously things weren't getting flashed all the time, so it's a lot of climbing. And the semi-finals today, just looking at Jen there, you wonder, like, is she going to be able to keep it together for 4 blocks? It's so long, the event.
Yeah, it's such an intense weekend, and you know the QUIF is known for lots of droppable blocks as well, so it often means that people burn through lots more attempts, which also means lots more skin than normal.
Totally.
So yeah.
Well, here goes Nathaniel making short work of that first section. Those volumes, as I say, absolutely terrible for the feet, and the hands aren't much better. But you can just see on the far right hand side of the wall, 2 little glowing screw holes. That's where the next foothold is. So he's really just got to commit to this move now, and then get that foot over. Here we go. See if he got it.
There is nothing on that foothold.
Yeah,
it's so tiny.
Terrible.
But that was a really good attempt, and he's still got time to have plenty more goes.
Yeah. I mean, finals, so we lose a minute, but still, it feels like a lifetime out there, right?
Oh, for sure. When the clock's ticking.
Yeah. Jen's really struggling on this first move here. Maybe not quite reading the body position for that toe catch.
It's definitely really complex first move, and I think, you know, you'll have to really get your weight, and keep your tension through your body so that the toe hook can work.
Absolutely.
You've got to be really confident with the movement.
Yeah, I mean, it's not the kind of block you want to come out to fresh out. You want to get a few moves under your belt, but no, route setters saying straight in, have that, smashing through some fairly average holes. Yeah, but yeah, they're all seasoned competitors, so they know what to do, but it doesn't make it any easier.
Yeah. Looks like Nathaniel's about ready to get back on.
Yeah, that's it. Super high foot to start. Good flexibility from him. He's not skipped yoga. Jen, you can see this round we've got the clock in the top right hand corner. 1 minute 10 left. Nathaniel had that really good go getting high. Struggled to get back to that last high point, so let's see what we can do. For those of you that weren't with us in the semi-finals, bottom left-hand corner of your screen you've got the graphic, WM obviously telling you which block they're on, and then the position that they're in. So Jen Wood is in 6th place currently, and she's had 7 goes on the latest boulder. And Nathaniel Taken 5 attempts, but he's already got the zone, which is the little green bar, and then if he does the problem, the whole square will turn green, and yeah, looks like he might have a good shot again. Here he's got up onto the zone.
Setting up.
Yeah. I think he's just got to be really quick and confident with that foot. There we go.
Straight over the foot.
So good. That foot is terrible.
Still got a match.
Yeah.
Without going over the black tip. Yeah.
There we go. First top of the final. Nathaniel Colman, all the way over from the States. Worth the trip already, I reckon.
Yeah, great start for him.
Yeah.
Really good start to his campaign.
Yeah, that's it. So the scores we're doing are live, obviously provided by us here. They're not the truly official scores, but we have never had a problem. So you can take them as read, and obviously pending any appeals or anything later on, they'll become official. But it gives you a good indication as to what's going on. So Nathaniel, the first competitor out, and goes straight into first position with the top of that boulder.
Mega. So next out we've got Thea Cameron and Hojer.
Jan. Love Jan. He was so friendly just down there. He was chatting away like, you know, he's in the final of an international standard competition and he's just like chatting away saying how all the holds look like jugs. I mean, what a hero.
I think especially this weekend.
Oh, wow, look at that.
Wow.
That's a span.
Oh!
Just falling off.
Denied.
Oh, unlucky. I mean, he is a monster of a man. Like, he's so tall, and he must have like a +5 ape index, I reckon.
Oh, at least I
yeah,
reckon.
it's insane, insane. But good effort from him. Zone on the first attempt. So, as you can see on the scoreboard, he's now gone into second place, just second to Nathaniel Colman, who got a top of that first block. So, you know, it's early days in the competition. We're only the second competitor on the first boulder, so it's going to take a while before we start to get a picture as to who's going to be crowned champion. But yeah, so far so good. We've had a top, but certainly in the women's competition, this first move proving a little bit tricky.
Yeah, Thea Cameron was just trying a slightly different, some slightly different beater there, going 1-2.
Yeah. Well, here goes Jan,
giving
it the reach.
Again.
That is an insane span. The root setters are going to be livid with him, I'm sure. That's not exactly what they imagined, but either way, you know, he's done it. Second go, I think that was. So that's going to stand him in really good stead. Obviously, being a final, the competitors are all out in front. They're not sent back into isolation, so they do have a bit more of an understanding as to what's going on within the competition. They'll, you know within a few goes who's doing what. So in the men's, they know they've got to do the boulder.
Yeah, pressure's on.
Yeah. So Thea really struggling with this toe catch move like Jen. Trouble, 5 attempts on your first boulder on a real powerful wall. It's going to take it out of you.
Yeah, and they've obviously done the semi-final round this morning and 30 blocks yesterday.
Yeah. I wish I could have got more involved with the competitors and check out their skin and just to see, get some real insights into it. But
I think it'll be the best after.
Yeah, I mean, as I said to you out when I was on the mats, that black volume women's 3, they're already looking at their skin now. You can see her there chalking and having a look. They're going to, I would imagine we'll see some bleeding tips by the end. Not that we want that, but that's the nature of the game when you do a big weekend competition.
For sure.
Your skin management is everything if you're thinking of getting into the final.
Yeah.
So obviously we've had a quick top from Hojer, which means we've got all eyes on Thea Cameron here. It adds a little bit more pressure. Trying this heel toe. Obviously the trick, Gracie was saying from the root setters, is once you pull on, you've got to throw up with the right hand to that sloper and at the same time catch your right toe hook on the grey volume. So it's sort of a coordination catch move, both hand and foot, which it's hard enough trying to catch one thing, let alone trying to do two. So I really feel for them, particularly on that first boulder.
Foot slipped, isn't it?
We've got 30 seconds left. Not sure what she'll do. She's looking across at the other boulders. Might give it a rest.
One more go.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, got to get stuck in. Here we go.
Try and get the zone at least.
Yeah. So unlucky.
Can't quite keep the tension.
No, but good effort from her. We're going to get the next rotation. Brushes getting out underway, and but just such a shame, obviously, with it being a closed door event this year. Just the essential people here, but still looks like they're having a good time.
Yeah, all of the crew are still putting in a really big effort, of
Yeah.
course, and the athletes are just super psyched to have a competition to be able to compete at.
Well, for me out there, just when we were doing the introduction, it was super hard to concentrate. Percy absolutely doing his usual job of, shall we say, encouraging everybody. Yeah, that's probably the
I
best.
expect nothing less.
Yeah. Well, here we go. Jim Pope. Yeah.
He's out.
Yeah, so Jim's now adopted Sheffield resident. He grew up obviously in London, where I knew him from. And it's just great to see him now competing in an international final. Just exactly what he deserves. He's climbed so strong over the years, transitioning from juniors into seniors. It's pretty incredible.
Be interesting to see what he does on the top section. I don't think he'll be quite spanning it like Jan Hojer did,
No,
but
I don't think so.
probably
either.
come up with some other wacky beater.
Uh-oh, here we go. Hannah Slaney. She's
Tapes
on the
out
tape.
already.
Yeah.
Block 1.
Yeah, block 1, attempt
Ooh.
1. That is not what you want. Well, Jim's on board. Let's see how he goes with this pop move. The footholds that they're standing on, I wish I could tell you how bad they are. They are really, really poor. And with Jim being on the short side, he's got to get really spanned out to get that hand on. And when you spanned out, obviously you go up on your tiptoes more. So difficult to keep the weight going through your feet. And as you saw there, he's just pinging off straight away. But I'm sure he'll figure out there's not just one way to do it, as ever.
2 minutes 30 still left on the clock. It's a long time.
Yeah, for sure.
Hannah trying another method,
which has
looks
worked.
good.
Yeah. So we got our first female competitor doing the move, which is good. She's slowly making her way through here, really shouldery sequence. Obviously, we know her for the power move. She's really, really strong generally, so I'm sure she'll make short work of these. Good angle there, showing the steepness of the wall and how poor those handholds are.
If you look in the bottom right of your screen, you'll also see Jim Pope's making really good progress on his block.
Yeah.
Say.
See if he can swing the foot out. Oh, trying the heel. Maybe he can reel it in.
Hannah Slaney just drops off.
Well, yeah, it's still good to secure the zone for her. Here goes Jim with the heel. Yeah, can he match it? Here we go. Nice. Jim Pope keeping pace with the first two. In fact, doing it so quickly, he's leapfrogged Nathaniel there, jumping into second place. Rootset is absolutely nailing it on this men's block. Perfect split so far, 5-3-2. I'm sure they'll be pretty happy with that.
Let's see what the rest of the field brings.
Yeah. And then in the female category, you can see Hannah here already just taping up the fingers. I mean, everyone at home, I'm sure, who's a climber already will know what it's like climbing on brand new holds with trash skin. It is not fun at the best of times, let alone when you need to pull on
in less than a minute.
Yeah, world difficulty standard boulders. Yeah, it's not what you want, that's for sure. But here we go. Hannah is back on. She figured out that heel toe cam, which seemed to work really well for her.
It's a toe hook, but slow release.
Slow load on that toe hook. I think she's
Her
powered
style.
out now.
Yeah.
She can give it one more go. She obviously feels like she can get to the top. On strategy-wise, I always think it's 30 seconds to go. You've got to be so confident to get a top. But here she goes again.
Oh, I think she's out.
Gassed already. Yeah. Yeah, they've done a lot of climbing, so good effort from Hannah on the first female to get a zone. And Jim, obviously, on the slow-mo replay here. And Slaney, super strong go there. And she got up high and just slipped off a little bit higher off. But we'll be on the next rotation. Molly Thompson-Smith, another Sheffield local. She climbed so well in that semi-final.
Really well.
What did she do again?
She flashed women's 3.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
First 3 boulders back to back, just absolutely dominated them. And then found the tricky coordination slab a bit too hard, but still qualifying super well.
And then in the men's, we've got Billy Ridal. He qualified for the semi-final in first place, so he'll be looking to get back to where he was at the start of the event.
Well, with this first try here, he's in good form already, spanning that foothold, unlike the others. Yeah, going
Interesting.
back.
They're all going for the heel, apart from Nathaniel so far.
I don't know, maybe something the route setters didn't plan, but yeah, I think we've had three do it with the heel hook now. So
Molly making really good progress. She's going for a top. Yeah, nice flash.
Absolutely crushing it. She's had such a bad run of injuries over the past few years, but nice to see the fist bumps there. You know, still teammates after all.
Camaraderie.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, Billy going straight into first there with a flash of that boulder. He'll be pretty happy with that. And Molly.
Yeah. Good round.
Yeah, so quick. Hard for us to keep track of.
So we'll be welcoming the next athletes out now. And they're not even ready, I guess, some of them, because maybe they weren't expecting the flash so quick. So we've got Brooke Raboutou and Yoshiyuku Ogata.
Lovely. Yeah, he climbs so well in the semi-finals, and he obviously knows what he's doing. He's straight out with the brush. He's maybe had the sneaky peek over the shoulder just to see what the others have been up to. But yeah, he climbed so well in that semi-final again. I think it was coming out and flashing the first 3 boulders. Like,
super impressive.
Incredible, yeah. But that's the standard of the field these days. You've just got everybody is amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So hard to split.
And you can see Brooke here. You can really see why she's on the way to the Olympics. Just absolute cruise control, you know. Coming from the States, you know, they love to hang around in roofs. It's a real
happy place.
Happy place, yeah. Less so on the techie vert, but yeah, she's absolutely crushing this boulder. Super impressive.
Looks like she's in for a flash as well.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah, this left hand hold.
Keeping it up.
I had a look at this when we were out there. It's not the best, if I'm honest, but she's just taking her time. So casual, you can just tell she's got so much in the tank. It's just incredible.
There we are, flash for Brooke. Mega.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're getting tops all round. It's going to be a fast moving competition in the final on this first boulder by the looks of it, and we'll see how we go on the rest of the comp. We've got 3 more boulders to go. But he's back on that tricky start move, and then loading that left foot, which we're going to cut back to in a minute, is very difficult. So he's had 3 goes so far. In the bottom left hand corner of your screen you can see the graphic, M1 obviously indicating it's the men's first problem, and then he's currently in 5th rank, and he's had 3 attempts on the first climb, and he's secured the zone, which is the little green bar. And if he tops the problem, he'll get a solid green block. So in the scores above, where you've got the 1 to 6, you'll be able to keep track when the graphic pops out as to who's doing what.
Very smooth on this. Oh,
so close to this. I know. It's so difficult, this move. And obviously, you know, there's a real difficulty as to whether you want to be out early in a final or later. You know, if you're out early, you get potentially the better conditions. The holds aren't as sweaty or chalky. But equally on the flip side, if you come out last, you know, maybe you're a bit more aware as to what the other competitors have done. Maybe
what you need to do.
Yeah, maybe you've had a little sneaky peek over your shoulder to see what to do. I'm not saying they have, but maybe they have. But yeah, he's running out of time now. We're on 56 seconds on this first boulder.
He needs to hunt down a top if he wants to stay in the runnings.
So Yoshiyuki come all the way over from Japan. I'm not sure if he's here for the season, but it's great to see so many internationals still come over for this event. I think it's a really important warm-up event, even under the circumstances of this season.
So it'll probably be his last go. He's down to 25 seconds. He wants to make it happen. Now's the time.
Yeah, he knows he's got to get a top. No, I think he's done. Yeah, he knows that he's had that attempt.
Just the zone.
Yeah, and that's the trouble. You know now you're playing catch up for the whole rest of this round, and that's like a tricky place to be.
Stressful position to be in.
Psychologically, yeah, you need to see people falling after, otherwise you're really chasing it for the rest of the comp.
So next up we've got Nathan Phillips and Holly Toothill. So these were the top qualified competitors from the semi-final round.
That's right, yep. Absolutely crushed it. And well, Holly smashed all of the qualification route. She qualified first for semis, and then obviously now she's qualified in first for the final.
Yeah.
So
really
at
strong
such a young
performance,
age, it's incredible.
Looking strong straight away.
Yeah.
In with the toe hook there, no problem.
Yeah, she's
trying hard.
just absolutely nailing it. Knows what to do. I think by the looks of it, she's certainly enjoying coming out later, building up the confidence. And similarly, you can see in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen, Nathan Phillips. No slouch on the slab. He loves the slab, so he's probably in a happy place now, I reckon. It's hard to think, you know, Nathan obviously still so young, but has done so well internationally. It's incredible, incredible. And yeah, when Holly gets out on the circuit full time, it's going to be great. Great to see.
Casual flash of women's one for her.
As you do.
That looked like a warm-up.
Yeah. So same with Nath. He's still on his first try. Obviously been on the wall a fair bit of time now, so he'll be wanting to do to get the top. Otherwise, a lot of wasted energy. He just can't decide whether he's going to give it the heel or swing that foot out. But I'll tell you, that right hold he's on, as you can see, is poor.
It's terrible.
Yeah, absolutely.
So he really needs to top this block to stay in the runnings. Ideally, flash it. Billy flashed it. So, you know, if he wants to stay in top spot, pressure's on.
Yeah.
Looking good. Oh, so close.
So close. Yeah, there was a lot of time on the wall for Nathan there. 1 minute 16 out of his allocation. So obviously with the viewing time at the start, he comes out, has another little look, looks for the clues, boot rubber, who's been doing what, and then taking a minute and almost 20 on the wall really eats into that timer on the top right. So let's see, put some liquid chalk on, regroup,
have a little rest.
Yeah,
I noticed he had a fan earlier, maybe do a bit of hand cooling.
Yeah, he's got all the tricks, but I think that's key. You know, you got to know the conditions of the wall, and you know, it's all what they call it, marginal gains, all about the
all the marginal gains,
all
like
the marginal
all the
gains.
difference.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's the key. Taking a nice big rest now. He knows he can get to the top, so may as well put all his effort into one go.
Yeah, Nathan getting some chalk in that bag. Doesn't want to miss his second chance. He knows he's only got another minute to go, so I think he's just going for potentially a two attempt top.
Makes sense.
He's back on. As I said before, Nathan's just so good at slabs. He's I don't know whether it's from being a youth and having, you know, maybe being on the shorter side and having to work on his slab game to compete with the others, but it's always been something he's had in his arsenal.
Yeah.
35 seconds. So on the left-hand side of your screen, you can see the current ranks, giving you an indication as to who's doing what after this first boulder. So Nathan, obviously securing his own, puts him above Yoshiyuku, and no, but he needs that top.
He needs this top, and he's only got 14 seconds to get it.
Yeah.
I saw him look up then, it almost looked like he was like, can I go direct?
Yeah, 10 seconds to go. He's got to be quick. Not enough time, and you can see the face there. He is gutted because at the moment
so close.
He's the reigning champ, right? Girls topping that boulder. Then Hannah Slaney getting a zone, and Thea and Jennifer unfortunately not topping, but still we move on to men's 2. We've obviously got this and another 2 boulders to go, so a long way, but
lot can change.
yeah, but Nathaniel certainly didn't look most comfortable on the slab. He's, I would say, one of the most rounded athletes on the circuit. There's normally not much that he can't figure out, so I'm sure he'll keep pace even with the number of attempts on the first boulder.
Yeah. And this block is definitely a bit weird and wacky from what the route setters were saying to us.
There was a lot of arm waving when I was down there in viewing, that's for sure. But essentially, you've got this awkward start position, and then you've got to come into that big undercut volume that you saw Nathaniel looking at there.
And then Jen Wood's on women's 2, which is very balancy slab.
The lean.
The lean.
Yeah, but again, just such poor footholds. Like, I do think that's quite a theme over here, like on the slabs, just like a bunch of really...
Theme of the quiff,
yeah,
poor feet.
Raw, just poor grips in general. Yeah, make big moves on poor grips. Here's Nathaniel.
Back in the corner.
Got to shimmy along to that point just where the EP logo is and get wrapped on the undercut.
Jen's back on too. You can just see her in the bottom right corner of your screen.
That's it.
Making better progress.
Oh, Nathaniel. So close. Jen's working the feet up.
And that hold she was trying to crimp then, that is definitely a foothold.
Yeah,
it's definitely terrible. It's hard to see from just how small it is from that angle, but I can assure you it's not good.
It is a
hold.
non-hold. Yeah. So yeah, we're moving through. Just as you can see now, they put the graphic out just to show you who's done what so far. Obviously in the men's we've had 4 tops, and in the females we've had 3. And we've got our first climber out on block 2 now. So yeah, we've been making quick progress for quite a few quick attempts, certainly in the men's and women's with 3 flashes. So yeah, I think this slab might slow them down. It's always get plenty of goes on slabs when they don't quite go to plan. Jen really struggling to weight the feet here. Super awkward now. You've got to walk the feet up onto this handhold and stand up. Absolutely horrendous.
Nathaniel seems to be trying a slightly different technique. Almost trying to look like he was trying to face out.
Yeah,
slightly.
There we go. It's that hold that he's just trying to wrap with his left hand. That is definitely the knowledge that you need. Get onto the big undercut and then you can move out.
Just sliding off there.
Yeah.
No.
He's
Wonder
not
how
happy
his
with that.
skin's doing.
Not happy with life right now.
So just under a minute to go, so it's probably kind of last goes already.
Last go,
Time's
best
gone
go.
quick.
Yeah, it does not last long when you're in a final. A lot of the times, you know, it's not just about the time, it's about how much energy you've got left, right?
Yeah.
You know, if you're looking here, Jen Wood, she had 5 goes on this, she had 9 goes on the first problem. That all adds up by the time you get to the final 3rd and 4th boulders. It's, you know, really eaten into your reserves.
Yeah,
But
she's
she
looking
stood up.
good here.
Yeah.
Really good.
There we go.
Making solid progress.
Jen's up. She's got to do a little bit more work to get up to the zone, which you can just see with the yellow tape.
That was a great attempt.
Yeah.
Shame the timer's about to run out.
Yeah, she's out of time.
Good.
Same with Nathaniel, and he's gutted, you can see. I mean, it's a long way to come. He obviously is a big hitter. He wants to win, so he'll be fuming that he's not managed to top that boulder. But let's see how the other guys get on, as we see him here pressing up through the volume.
So we've got our next athletes out, Jan Hojer. See what he can make of this.
Yeah.
No doubt some wacky beat.
I know, it's so good. He's so creative. He just thinks so laterally when he approaches a problem, you know. And here, absolutely squeezing these holds to death. Straight through the section that Nathaniel was struggling with, and I'm sure he's going to wallop up now to this next hold. Yeah, there we go.
Looking good.
Looking really good. So
Thea Cameron in the bottom right of your screen, also making really good progress. She's at the same point that Jen got to already.
that's right. So just needs to walk the feet up on that. That's it, and then stand up.
Good.
So difficult. So there's absolutely nothing on that handhold above. It's like a rounded blob that you're just trying to press up into as much as possible. And ordinarily that'd be fine if you had some good feet to do it with, but there is nothing to press with. Yeah. I think you know what? Are you one of those people who like looks at what's happening on the screen and what wishes you could just like scream at them what to do? I am
Try this.
Yeah, I am definitely one of those people. Okay, Thea, good first try on that boulder, just shy of the bonus, or zone, sorry. I think it's going to be really tricky to get zone on this because it's quite high on the route, and you'd think, you know, if you get up that high, you probably stand a good chance of topping it.
Yeah.
So be interesting to see if there's a zone split or whether you have got to top it.
Top, yeah.
Yeah, it's back on. Oh, so tricky.
Definitely an odd position to get into in that corner.
Yeah. I mean, just even pulling on in that cross-handed position is awkward. So it's not like you get even one move to settle down. You're just straight into the awkward groove. But as we say, we keep these results coming through. Try and cover as much of the content as we can. Got both climbers on, one in the bottom corner, one on the main screen. It's a lot easier for us this round with just 2 climbers.
Not as hectic as semi-finals.
Yeah, semi-finals. There was a lot to cover. But Thea, she's totally unlocked this sequence, but just can't keep the pressure on the hands.
She's got 1 minute 20 left on the clock though, plenty of time.
Yeah, it's coming up with the palms again. That first go he had, he just stood up exactly like that and got back out onto the left-hand volume. Super impressive.
Interestingly, neither of them are taking much rest.
Yeah.
So maybe just getting a little tired.
Yeah, and I think, when you've been resting, your skin's a bit cooler. That first go when you come out, so important, isn't it, to make the most of it. Otherwise, you're fatigued and your skin's more sore. It's a bit sweaty, Oh, here goes Jan again.
They're looking good too.
Yeah, he looked really tired through that section.
See if she can get into this zone.
Yeah, got to walk the feet through now, which looks so tricky. So tricky to do. So, am I right in thinking this is a Ben Westall problem or Max Ayrton?
I believe this is Max Ayrton block.
Yeah, so Max is our youngest route setter this weekend, former GB team climber, and now hoping to become an IFSC route setter. So this is a great comp for him to be setting, and he's certainly got some funk up on here. Really funky. And yeah, every time she's getting there, it's super impressive.
And that's the end of that rotation.
Yep.
So
we'll see a quick replay of what happened here. So Thea leaning out onto this volume and then trying to walk the feet up, which is a bit too much for every competitor so far. And then Jim Pope out for his second boulder, did really well on the first one, smashing it out in 3 tries, currently sitting in provisional 3rd place. And again, finding this much easier than Nathaniel to get out onto the undercut. Good first try from him.
I reckon Jim can unlock this one.
Yeah,
that's not bad.
Maybe the sort of shorter size on this one helps get a bit more weight up through the feet and onto the biceps, rather than being stuck in the with limbs everywhere when you're taller. Hannah Slaney, not enjoying life. If looks could talk, that one would say a few things, that's for sure. Jim back on. Getting super strong through here. I just think, the position he's in, he's engaged on the bicep a little bit more easily, whereas the others were sort of right up on the shoulder. Yeah, in fact, exactly like that.
So when we were talking to the route setters, this is what they intended, a bit of a face out, didn't they?
Yeah. It's just so tiring, 2 minutes 30 left. It probably feels like you've been climbing for 10 minutes after pulling onto that corner. Slaney on the lean. How many fingers? She's got 6 fingers taped, and we're on block 2. She's obviously really struggling. I mean, we all know Hannah. She's competed at junior and senior level internationally and done really well. So, sometimes the climbing gods aren't with you, and you get
loads of
shredded skin. Yeah, but it's always that way when you think like, I wish I had some skin to actually climb properly. But that's the cards you've been dealt. So anyway, either way, she's sitting in 4th currently. She's got a zone on the first one, which may really help later as we go through.
She's back on. Yeah. Looks pretty happy getting over.
Yeah, I think that first foothold on the left-hand side is actually quite positive. So I think the trouble is once you leave it and try and get all the way on the right, that right foothold is so poor. It's hard to keep the heels down and the weight going through your toes, just like that. And again, for everybody who climbs and trains for these kind of competitions and these style, you could do these moves all day, every day down the climbing wall and feel chill on them. But the second the lights are on, You've got Percy.
Totally different.
Yeah, you got Percy giving you some encouragement on the microphone. It's totally different. Yeah, but that's the game, isn't it? You know, you've got to be able to deal with all variables, particularly this summer. You know, the athletes going over to Tokyo, all being well, they're going to have to deal with things like this and really hot conditions. So I'm sure skin will be a big factor.
Yeah, Jim is making really good progress on the block now.
Yeah, I think
so over onto that second volume.
Like him and Jan are the only athletes to get established on this second volume. So let's see if he can transition through. The move to the zone is really burly. He's got to get his right hand up now. That's it. And then left, right.
Looking
turn.
good.
Yeah. Jim being a route climber, hopefully he's still got some juice left.
That volume is bad.
Totally gassed. Throwing the towel in, 15 to go. Probably wise in my opinion.
Yeah.
He looked like he was really sagging on that. And here comes Billy.
He's psyched.
Yeah, you can tell he's got that steely face. He's currently sitting in first, flashed the first boulder. Just took him 21 seconds to get the zone hold.
Oh, wow.
And 45 seconds to top.
Quick
so,
top.
Yeah, compared to all of the others, he's been on the wall for like not very
much
long.
time.
Yeah, it's super impressive. Here we go, see what he's got. It's obviously his local training ground, so he's used to the shapes, used to the angles, but fresh set of blocks, different grips.
Looking strong.
Yeah.
Straight through on that section. Really
just
good
had
effort.
such a good pre-season, so
amazing
full
result
of confidence.
last weekend at Studio Block.
Yeah.
Training's been going really well. Oh, that was full commitment.
What a
He
dismount.
head dived.
It was like a 180 pirouette. Yeah, amazing.
10 points for dismount.
Yeah, if we could give dismount points, we'd be in. Molly. Pulling on for her second attempt now. Yeah. Again, trying to get the weight through the feet. It's just so hard to know what to do. But she's up. She's going for the press. Oh. I wonder if this is maybe one in the female category where height does play a bit of a difference. You know, Thea's probably on the taller side of the competitors, and she was finding it really easy to get stood up, whereas Molly on the shorter end.
Yeah,
it harder.
potentially. But then maybe for the next move, it might then switch around.
Yeah, it levels out over the course of the
for
comp
sure.
for sure. I'm sure Billy will be saying the same because he's really tall like Jan and long arms. So yeah.
Yeah, Molly making a good one.
Yeah, just so good to see her weighting those feet. Such good footwork. Going from a slightly more dynamic approach here though, which is a bit different to what everyone else has been doing. They've been going slow and static, whereas she's giving it almost a run up.
Yeah. Billy's back on.
Yeah, here we go. Getting in the wrap straight away.
So burly, these moves.
Unreal. You know, maximal stuff this, so you can only really have like 1 or 2 quality attempts before you're powered out.
He's trying hard.
The sag is on. Come on, Bill. See.
Oh, no juice.
Just gassed. You can see him there. Absolutely panting. I'm sure he'll have a chill, get some chalk on, liquid. Yeah, there it is. Standard. Molly's still going across. She's had 5 attempts so far, so she's really going for it. I mean, I know it's not too taxing physically, it's more of a
close
technique boulder, but still, you know, it's got to have an impact on you overall by the time you get through. And skin, of course.
Yeah. Minute left. Still time.
52. Really got to have one good go to get stood up on the feet, I reckon, to give her a chance of topping. But currently, we've not seen a zone on women's 2.
No.
So route setters will be
tricky block.
Starting to tweak. We've got 2 more competitors, Brooke Raboutou and Holly Toothill, to come out after these guys. So yeah, Billy's calling it day.
Sensible shout, I reckon.
Yeah, I think 25 seconds, save your skin. He knows obviously nobody else has topped the boulder or got a zone, so currently sitting in first position, I think it's probably a shrewd move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wise decision.
So Molly, on the other hand, really wants this zone. I think, yeah, she's looking at it from the other end, which is, you know, just get a zone, because you don't know what's going to happen on the next two rounds of boulders. But she's not looking happy.
So just a quick brush and clean of the holds, and then we'll welcome the next athletes out. So Brooke is out, Brooke Raboutou from the USA, and Yoshiyuku Ogata from Japan.
Yeah, we obviously saw him climb in the semi-finals and came out and really cruised through the first 3 climbs. So particularly on the more physical end, he was really, really impressive. So I'm sure he'll try and put on a better turn here than on block 1, where he really struggled to get the top. But he's straight in here, spied the right sequence. That's it. Get the hand down, foot up, and come in. Yeah, climbing super strong, making absolute light work of this compared to the others, making them seem like absolute jugs.
Yep.
So yeah, first climber to secure the zone on block 2. You can see him there jump up into 5th position, and I'm pretty sure he's going to give it the flick or heel for the top.
For the flash.
Unreal.
Casual flash.
As you do.
Amazing. So that puts him back in the runnings for the top spot.
Yeah, unbelievable, that flash. So
turned it around. Amazing work.
And you can see the difference there. That, you know, Billy strategically decided to wait, thinking nobody else would get close to that boulder, but actually, you know,
you don't know what's going to happen.
Come out and smashed it and leapfrogged him back into first. So yeah, really, really showing how you got to, you know, perhaps always play out the time allocation and get the top if you can.
Brooke back on with attempt 2.
Yeah, so we've got one more climber to come out after this on this boulder. You can see the graphic on the left, the dash indicating that they've not climbed that boulder yet. And Brooke, not enjoying the slab so far, but dominated that first climb. Was really impressive. Could argue that it was maybe more her style, but she's such a, you know, to qualify the Olympics, you know,
she's a good all-rounder.
You've got to be a good all-rounder, yeah. So I'm sure she'll be across here soon. Yeah, super controlled. Really, really good. Keeping those heels down, weight driving through the feet. Now just got to lean up somehow. Stand up on the corner of this volume and press. You can see it there, just looming, the hold above. Super, super slopey press.
Oh, so close. She's got time. 1:20 still left on the clock.
Yeah.
Can have a little chill.
Plenty of time.
Although I think she's going to get straight back on.
Well, we said before, you know, slabs are like that sometimes, aren't they? You feel like you're not actually doing anything physically because it's not necessarily in the arms, but you know, by the time you get to block 4, even all these leg presses and squeezing, it takes it out of you, I'm sure.
Setting up again.
Yeah. Really good body awareness, knows exactly how to use the legs just to create some counterbalance off the hands and pressing up. Here we go.
Trying her other foot, which works really well. So before she was standing off her left foot. But
really good.
Right toe was the techers.
Yeah. So now it's what to do now, because you've got to get your foot up on that next hold, which is not good. Yeah, 30 seconds left, giving it everything. We've still not seen a zone on women's 2, which is quite unusual in a final. You know, it's not very often you don't see any of the competitors getting a zone.
I think the setters might be starting to get a little bit.
Yeah, still got Holly. She's been smashing it out though. And Brooke, not happy with that. A bit annoyed. You can see frustration coming through, but none of the female competitors have got up there, so she can't be too upset. And
just kind of holding her position at the minute.
Yeah,
so it's fine.
She was second coming into this boulder and is still second currently. Only Holly ahead of her, who was already ahead of her.
Let's see what Nathan Phillips has got.
God, just look at that men's block 2. If Yoshiyuki had managed to do the first boulder, which he'd be dominating, but unfortunately not quite figuring out the method like the other guys. But that's the way it works, you know. It's a long competition. You have 4 boulders, and it's the total score. So just come out fresh on each boulder and give it your best shot.
Yeah, that's all you can do.
Nathan, I have to say, this weekend he's just looked like he's chilling the whole weekend. Really confident. Maybe it's the home wall thing, but he needs to sort his hands out now.
He's gone wrong-handed.
Yeah.
Nice.
Good recovery. Yeah. This is where Yoshiyuki was really digging deep. He found a good sequence to get up through here. Nathan doing exactly the same thing.
Holly Toothill also making really good progress in the bottom right of your screen.
Yeah, on the flash as well. Nathan here is really going to lay down a marker if he can get a flash here. Again, only the second guy to get the zone on men's 2. Starting to feel the fatigue. Those grips are not good up there, so he's got to keep it together.
One more move though.
Yeah.
He's going to lay one on. Come on.
Here we go. Go with everything, Nath.
Whoa.
What right hand. That is bold for sure.
Straight into first place.
Yeah, that is not what you want. But super, super impressive hold. 2 flashes. You can see he's psyched with that. He knows what it means. He's gone back into the top position. The flash.
Holly Toothill back on. She looked really good on her last attempt. So.
Yeah, she got stood up. Was that on the... Oh, no.
Oh.
We've cursed her straight away. But yeah, she was super impressive. Got pressed up into there. Yeah, hopefully Holly can save the route setters. I always feel for the route setters. It's such a hard job, and you know they've got a really experienced team here. But at the start of the season,
so hard to predict.
So hard to predict, and obviously with our old friend the coronavirus limiting some of the competitors from coming over, potentially, you know, maybe the problems that have been set before, different levels, different standards. Maybe you know it's difficult to manage.
Holly back on. She's really good on slaps.
Yeah, you can see the footwork there, just keeping the heels down, getting ready, and she's in. Perfect toe hook catch. And now got to stand up on the volume. She's the only one who's managed to get anywhere close to pressing this position. Oh! Just not quite enough to clamp on with that right hand into the press as well, but she's got 50 seconds left. I'd see she's still got plenty of time to do this boulder for sure. So here we go. I also feel like she knows what to do now, which is half the battle.
Yeah, she's unlocked it.
Yeah, unlocked it. Thread the needle. Sachi. Come on, Holly. Here we go. Yes, nice, nice. Feet up. Gotta go slow now. Smash that palm in. Yeah, awesome. Come on, Holly. Secure that zone, and it will be a real bonus.
Yes.
Yes. So we might get our top. Route setters might be safe. She's only got 10 seconds to go, though. She's got to go super quick now. Here we go. 4 seconds. She's going to run out, unfortunately. Oh,
she
no.
got the zone.
She's got the zone.
She got the zone. Oh,
so, yeah, and then just rushed it. But awesome effort from Holly Toothill there to get it out for sure.
So Nathaniel and Jen out on block 3.
Yeah, Jen on the skin wrecker. You can see the hands there.
That's even what the setters said. It was a skin wrecker.
It is horrendously rough, those holds. But Nathaniel, bit of funk here getting around the corner. This is a Ben West problem.
Oh, so close. That will work.
Yeah, he had such good coordination there.
Just needs to go a little bit further.
Yeah. It's funny, you know, obviously you see all the tour going on, all the different styles of wall. You know, you get the big steep boulders, tall boulders over in the US Nationals. They're a bit higher than here. And you can see Nathaniel here he's almost eye level doing the whole boulder. Yeah,
he's like, what are these moves?
Yeah, I haven't even left the ground yet, and I've got the zone. This is crazy. Yeah, but that's QWIF. You know, you get challenged in lots of different ways. And the route setting team here, it's worth saying, I don't think you will get a more experienced set of people set in a comp anywhere really. Maybe the Olympics, but
well, it's headed by Percy, who's head setter here.
Exactly. And then you've got Rob Napier, Jamie Cassidy, obviously an IFSC route setter too, Jason Pickles, Ben West, Max Ayrton, Andy Long.
Emma Twyford.
Emma Twyford, of course, this year. Great to see her on the team. I know all the route setters have really valued having more input from her, and as we see Jen grimacing just to pull on to this
Come on,
boulder.
Jen. Nice.
Yeah.
Really good.
Awesome. Just clamping her way through here. This next hold. Zone just above her. Oh, God, you can
So
see her
close.
paw print on the hole. Amazing. Nathaniel back on. I think he had the really good momentum idea there with the little lean. Let's see what he can do here. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, and just not quite getting there.
Yeah, and the way that left-hand hold that he's going to, it is a good hold, but obviously in the corner,
They've blocked.
yeah, the wall itself kind of blocks it.
So mean.
Yeah, crafty route setters, they're not stupid, are they?
So they've got 1 minute 20 left on the clock.
Yep, that's
Both
it.
taking a nice chill. Probably be feeling a little tired right now.
Yeah, you can see Jen just, it's about maximising skin now, I think, on this
Yeah.
book, and power as well, because straight off the bat here you've got this double compression, which is absolutely an absolute nightmare for hands in terms of skin and fatigue in the arms. Nomad volumes. Jamie Cassidy's creation, isn't that right?
Pretty sure, yeah.
Yeah, Nomad volumes.
And cool shapes, really cool.
Yeah, really good, but hard on the skin. Potentially some that I know the British climbers will have seen them before, but maybe our international competitors,
New
not something
holds.
they've come across, so always good for them to see.
Nathaniel back on.
Yeah.
Maybe definitely his last go.
Yep, 29 seconds. He got so close on that first try and just not quite been able to get the momentum round again. As he tries now, here we go. Come on, Nathaniel.
Oh,
No.
just pinged off.
Yeah, it's one of those really it's not a dual text foothold, but there's a certain part that you stand on that's really good, and if you miss it, the hold just feels horrendous. But Jen, yes,
Gains
securing the zone on the buzzer.
Nice.
Moves her
Oh,
up a place, so she's really
gonna
unlucky.
keep going.
Yeah, unlucky Jen. She's just been, it's kind of been like that on the boulders today for her. She's made progress, but just unlocking them a little bit too late, and unfortunately on the clock. That's the game.
That's how it is. Yeah. So Jan Hojer and Thea Cameron out next.
Yeah,
Let's see what they make of this.
See if Jan can deploy the the arms to good use again. I remember obviously in his breakout season when he won the World Cup Series, he was incredibly powerful and strong. It's been interesting to see him develop. It was obvious he had the power and the strength, but now he's super flexible, really technical, logical thinker. Yeah, he's, obviously going to the Olympics, he's a super good climber, but it just shows how rounded you have to be, and obviously he's worked on a number of skills to get there. That's a good shot. You can see the style.
So hard to generate to that zone hold.
Really hard. I think Nathaniel had the right method to sort of weight the foot, get the hips round, and then use those hips as the movement. And they're just stepping back.
Taking a minute.
Yeah, take a breath. Those volumes absolutely eating the competitor's skin. But we're on the second half of this final now. We're on block 3. Almost halfway through the competitors, only 6, so starting to get a better picture for who needs to do what. We'll start to give you more insights. I think at the end of this boulder we'll be able to give you more accurate predictions as to who's likely to finish where. The Tech Native team here have got an incredible piece of software they've designed to figure out all the scores, and certainly hopefully going to help you guys at home have a better experience, because I know myself, having watched the live stream on the IFSC, it's always difficult to know what's going on, and finally it seems like we've got a bit of kit that allows us to know so much better in real time what's happening. 2 minutes left. It's so difficult when you come across these problems and you think you have the right sequence, you start questioning yourself when you're not doing it the first time. You know, is it my body position? Have I read it wrong? All these things start going, and you know, just it all starts to transpire again, and you can snowball into spiral into a negative mindset. So hopefully she's going to do this first move. Yeah, it's that left hand. She's not quite.
It's a really powerful move.
Generate,
Really want to hold that position.
Yeah, totally, yeah. And really get as much weight through the feet as well, so that once you grab the grips, you can still push up tall on your feet to allow you to engage the biceps, which effectively is what you need to compress like that on opposition. You need to be pretty much above 90 degrees on your arms and squeeze.
Yeah, I'm just struggling a little bit with the start of this block.
Yeah, maybe a size thing, as we keep saying he's on the tall side, but you know, maybe this is one where it doesn't really help. You can see there all 4 points are very, very close to each other. So if you're a big man in a small space, it's
Don't think
hard.
You're going to be very happy.
No, I'm sure Jim Pope at the other end will be able to confirm.
Psyched.
Yeah.
So down to the last 30 seconds of this rotation.
Yeah.
Really got to give it everything on these attempts.
Yeah. No male has reached the zone yet, which is right there. You could touch it from the ground. It's so close, but obviously awkward to get around the corner. So Jan takes his seat back down. He's going to save those 15 seconds. I think he knows, you know, what's happening on the boulder. Nobody
Thea
topped
on
it
the
yet.
other hand, giving it another go.
Yeah. Running the buzzer down, but currently no zones in men's 3 or tops, and in the females we've had Jen Wood making a really good effort, but unfortunately just a little bit too late. She secured the zone, but had to be called off towards the top. Such a shame. She was looking really good on that effort.
Jim Pope straight on.
Yeah, he knows this bit of wall as well.
He does. He needs to get his foot out, his left foot.
That's right. So hopefully he's going to bring that right foot in to allow him to move the left, or even better, hopping it out.
Oh.
No.
Not quite.
Yeah, needs to think about it. Those first goes often are the ones where you really learn the most, I find. You know, you get a chance to properly feel the holds, what the friction's like, what the positions are like. And you know, sometimes obviously if you flash it, that's great, but if you don't, it really gives you a lot of information that you didn't have prior to. For those of you that don't know, obviously you can only just feel the start holds on a route in the finals. None of the other holds above you're allowed to feel until you start climbing.
Yeah, and even though the athletes have observation time, sometimes what you read on the ground is totally different to how the block actually goes when you get on it.
Oh, Hannah Slaney, really struggling with skin. 6 fingers of hers are taped. That is not a percentage you want to be climbing on sticky volumes with. Yeah.
Oh,
but,
might be all taped soon.
Yeah, and I guess obviously we don't want to keep talking about it, but you know, with the season being postponed and everything in flux, you know, it's a good time for these competitors to give it everything they can, because who knows when we'll be able to do a comp like this again. Yeah,
if you've just joined us, this event is a closed event, so that means there's no spectators. The only people in the building are the athletes and the events team, the live streaming team, and that's it.
But also Percy Bishton, obviously the forerunner, chief route setter here, somebody made the silly decision of giving him a microphone as usual, so he's trying to encourage the competitors as much as he can in the absence of a crowd, and obviously I'm sure they're appreciating that, but such a shame. And you know, it's worth just saying, obviously all those people that did buy tickets for the event, I know the Climbing Works team were so upset that you guys couldn't come to watch, but appreciate everybody who didn't ask for a refund, because you know, the money does still go to a great cause and to help putting on the event, so it's greatly appreciated. And obviously the athletes miss you, but you know,
I was Against Cancer is very happy for your donation.
Exactly, yeah. That's the most important thing, so it is much appreciated, and hopefully we can make up for it on the web, the live stream. You know, appreciate you got to listen to me rambling on for a while, but certainly the Tech Native crew have got good coverage, and Gracie here as well.
Yeah, and if you guys have any specific questions, feel free to send them over and we can do our best to answer them.
Yeah, but if you're asking us how to climb block 2 on the men's, then don't ask us.
I'm not sure we've got the answer.
Because none of them seem to be solving the problem. But yeah, Jim Pope back on 47 seconds. He's had quite a few tries now. He's on his 5th attempt, so super techie.
Slaney going slow, it's working.
Yep. Same again, she went slow on the first boulder, I think, wasn't it?
It's her style, static.
Yeah, obviously super strong.
Interesting, that move the route set is actually intended for the athletes to go left hand over and then match the zone.
Oh, here she goes now, she's secured zone.
Both her and Jen figuring out a different way.
I think that's the way it works sometimes, isn't it? Just,
sure, yeah.
You know, you find your way, but she's got to go left hand again now. Now flicking up with the right. Touch wood, we might get our first top here.
4 seconds.
No!
Oh, she's timed out. That's
what
it.
we wanted. We wanted the buzzer. We wanted the buzzer top, but not to be. But as with all international standard finals, you know, you have one awesome effort, but thankfully you've got even more world-class athletes to come out and climb. So, you know, there's always a good chance of somebody getting a top. But
let's see what Billy can do.
Good. I'm just told in my ear that we've got a number of people in the live chat after Gracie's comment about sending in your comments. Good to hear from you, my Bobat brethren. Good to hear from you, guys. Keep the comments coming in. Hopefully, I'm doing you proud. And for those of you that don't know, go check out the channel. Bunch of maniacs doing crazy things.
Molly Thompson-Smith with the flash there. That was a crazy strong effort.
Awesome.
Walked up it.
She is absolutely crushing it tonight. Yeah. She's still not happy with the skin. Oh my God, she's lost a lot of skin there is what she's saying. But yeah, that result is very good for Molly. Popping her straight in the top of the pack there with 2 flashes now. So we've still got 2 competitors to come out on this boulder. We've got Brooke Raboutou from the USA and Holly Toothill. Obviously both of those are the highest qualifiers from semi-finals, so Molly putting in a good turn there, but let's see what the others have got. At the moment we can see Molly leading the field, and in the men's, Nathan Phillips is currently in first, and he's still to come out on this boulder.
Billy trying to figure out how to go around the corner here, but it's just proving a little bit tricky.
Yeah, and this boulder it's quite outdoorsy. You know, it's like a teetery arete that you might find like out on the gritstone here, which actually segues perfectly onto another question or comment we just had from somebody saying, do we, I presume it means us,
I reckon.
Do we like climbing inside or outside? And I have to say, well, do you know what? I prefer them equally, if I'm honest. I obviously have a background in competing, so I've always got a big passion for that. But equally, it's nice to get out in the mountains and experience all the different types of rock, movement, environments. But you can't be a good social down the wall, I reckon.
Yeah, I think for me at the minute, rock climbing is where it's at.
Yeah,
been out every day for the past 2 weeks. It's been mega.
Have you? God, you're lucky.
But my skin's dead now.
Lucky. They don't let me out. They don't let me out of this caravan. I just have to sit here doing live streams.
Waiting for QUIF next year.
Yeah, exactly. What are you doing for the rest of the year, John? Oh, I'm just waiting for QUIF. Yeah. No, it's great. But anyway, keep your comments coming through, and we'll answer as many as we can. Meanwhile, Billy Ridal pulling back on.
Be cool to see someone get the zone.
Yeah.
Really want someone to figure it out.
We need a zone. Well, the route setters also. Ben West is the setter for this boulder, and
he's hoping they figure it out.
He's seriously hoping they figure it out. And Billy, you know, they've all approached it in such a different way. When they were reading it, they all seem to be on a similar wavelength. They're all saying the same things, but then obviously as the competition's gone on, they're aware that that sequence obviously isn't working because nobody's topping or getting a zone from what the commentator is saying. Yeah, here we go. He's back on. Again, I just wonder, you know, is coming out later in this competition with the lights and the type of holds, the amount of climbing they've done with skin. You know, is it harder coming out last? You know, the conditions getting worse, because certainly Nathaniel, the first climber, had the best shot at getting round the corner, and Billy really struggling there.
Potentially. It's competition, that's how it goes.
Yeah. So we got Yoshiyuku Ogata all the way over from Japan. Let's see what he's got on this boulder.
Brooke Raboutou is also out for USA. I think we might see a pretty strong performance from Brooke here. It's nice and steep.
Yeah, it's much more like her style again, and absolutely smashing it. Bit like Molly, really, really strong and powerful. Let's see if she can get the zone now. This thing is not that great, but you need to make sure the feet are nice and set. Exactly like that. She's not hit the good bit. Oh, she's really high. That is the worst part of the hold.
Oh, go straight to the second last hold there.
Yeah.
Doesn't even need the other one.
All of her skill. Really, really strong. That is insane. Awesome effort from her. Absolutely smashed that. First try. Good effort.
Back into first.
Yeah. Yeah, that is not too shabby. Meanwhile, Yoshiyuki.
Taking a look at men's 3.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out what on earth to do.
Not the only one. So you can see there on the left-hand side of your screen, we've had 4 competitors: Billy Ridal, Jan Hojer, Jim Pope, Nathaniel Colman, all super strong World Cup climbers, not managing to unlock this sequence. Yoshiyuki, though, was making good progress there. I think he had the right idea, maybe going a bit more dynamically to get up on the locked arms, standing up tall on the feet.
I think the key is getting that left toe out as soon as possible.
Yeah, I think you're right. It's not a great foothold, but at least then you're set for the next move, so you can try and teet around. Okay, so we're coming towards the end of this boulder now, and I think at the end what we'll do is we'll give a bit of a roundup as to where we are. The positions are going to start to become a bit more clear, and we can give some insights as to who's going to potentially end up as male and female QWIF champ. I think certainly, am I right in saying we're going to have a new female champion either way? Yes.
I think we are.
Yeah, I think we are. Yeah. Okay, he's back on. Left foot's in the right position straight away. Needs to be nice and slow through this section. Transfer across. Oh, so close. Get the liquid chalk on.
Trying to get anything you can.
Request those brushes to come in, I would. Yep. There we go.
Straight on cue.
Perfect.
Did you practice that?
Yeah, I taught him everything I know. What can I say? So obviously we keep talking about all the different parts of the QWIF. If you've not been to it before, I'd really encourage next year, as many pending obviously circumstances, as many people as can possible to come. You get an open format, 30 problems, you can climb alongside your climbing idols, and scramble about and maybe qualify for the semis in a World Cup format. But here we go. Yoshiyuki could be the first one. So close to get round.
He's got 30 seconds.
30 seconds.
Time for one more go.
He was absolutely perfect position to get round on the opposing Gastons. Good foot placement. One good go, 15 seconds. He's going to have to be quick, but thankfully it's a shortish boulder and he knows what to do. So got to get that left foot a bit better. There we go. Adjust perfectly.
5 seconds to go.
Oh, static, almost. Fuming, absolutely fuming, but still got a smile on his face. So here comes some replays. You can see Brooke holding that ridiculous part of the black sloper on the right hand side. Not where you want to be doing, but still super strong, amazing contact strength to finish that climb. And there, Yoshiyuki, same as Nathaniel Colman, making short work of that. Nathan Phillips, obviously only him and Yoshiyuki climbed men's 2. It was super impressive from both of them. So if he could do the same on this boulder here, he continued to stay at the top of the tree.
Casual moves from Holly Toothill, looking strong.
Incredible. Yeah, she's obviously full of confidence. She had a good pre-season tour doing all of the national and local regional comps here in the UK, and sitting in first position. She knows what the other girls have done, which I think also will give some confidence, knowing that the moves go. And here we go. Let's see if she can spring up to this final hold. She needs to
Powerful move.
get the flick, engage. Come on, Holly. Here we go. Oh, she's going for the heel method. Oh, so impressive. That is some insane strength. Really, really good.
Another flash on Boulder 3. Mega.
Mega. She is in the zone. Not even breaking a sweat. Still
Casual.
Casual. Yeah. Should be rocking jeans and a t-shirt to do that next, and some 510s. Yeah. So yeah, we can see the top three really, really far apart from the rest now, and in fact, those three are guaranteed podium places now.
Yeah.
So it's a battle as to who's going to be champion in the female category. But in the men's, all to play for. Got everybody with a top, so everybody, I mean, if Nathan doesn't do this boulder, everybody is in with a shot of becoming QWIF champion. It's kind of good. I like it when it comes down to the end. Like
To
that.
the last block.
Yeah.
It's best, isn't it?
Muerte. But I'm just looking at those results again in the female category. All the top three girls, they all flashed the first and they all flashed the third. Super, super
Hard to
tight.
split them.
Yeah. It's going to come down to the odd split. So Nathan is our last competitor out on block 3. Got a minute 30 left to figure it out. All of the guys have struggled on this boulder, which is unusual, but it is a different style. You don't get them like this in World Cup, certainly. But Nathan's
Got the toe up, that's good.
yeah,
Yeah.
giving it the double crimp. Got to turn that right hand now, as well as going out with the left, which is super
So
tricky when your left foot is as bad as that. Yeah, it's like a little. It's hard to describe, but it's like a little slopey tube that comes out of the foothold and basically makes like a little pebble, effectively, to stand on.
As
Not
the
good.
setters like to call it, the womble's nose.
The womble's nose. Is that the technical term? Nice.
When I got the tour earlier, that's what it was called.
The womble's nose. Yeah, there, you heard it first. Yeah, I hope everyone knows what a womble is. Yeah. So Nathan's back on. He's only got a few seconds left, 38. So one good go, I reckon.
Can you pull it out the back?
Yeah, he is pretty casual through here. It's just this next move with the throw.
Got to give it everything. He's pretty close then.
I think that foot just needs turning slightly. It's like cursing it. He's going to give it another try. Fair play, Nath.
Definitely last go now.
Last go, best go. Tops off for power, I reckon. Unleash the physique, Nath. Yeah, he's pressing up again. Come on, Nath. No, he's just not got enough. Anyway,
Time's up.
time's up for Boulder 3.
Last.
And in the men's, everybody has done a block.
It's wide open.
So we've got no idea. And looking at the field, you know, Nathaniel Colman, Jan Hojer, Yoshiyuku Ogata, 3 of our international finalists, all world class.
Oh, he was close on the triple flash.
This is what you want on a final boulder. Multi-coordination moves. Jen Wood with the power there as well.
Trying hard.
Hollywood moves to finish. Love it. When they were viewing, I don't know if you saw in here in the truck, Jim Pope was really struggling to even reach that first hole. Nathaniel, the 1, 2, 3, 4 hand movements, incredible.
Cool.
Yeah, very cool.
Definitely a new school block.
Yeah, yeah. So Max Ayrton set this one, I believe.
Bringing the
youth.
2020 moves in.
Yeah, you know it. That's what all the kids are doing these days, isn't it? Dinos. When I was growing up, it was just a line of ratty crimps. It's like,
Showing your age there, John.
oh yeah, wow. That's true, very true. Oh,
Oh, he went over.
different
That looked
method.
pretty good.
Love it. So again, anyway, I hope you guys are enjoying this live stream. It's a closed event, no spectators, so we do what we can to keep you guys involved. If you've got any questions, comments, please feel free to send them through. and we'll do our best to get to them. But we're drawing to the end of the competition now, and things are spicing up. We've got Nathaniel Colman here, all the way over from the States, trying to get his last practice in, potentially the last practice before the games. So an important comp. Oh yes, that was it. That was it. He paused perfectly, but I think just misjudged the position of the left hand. 2 minutes to go. Yeah.
Needs to find a comfortable position that he can stop in.
Yeah. Every hold there, he was just gradually reducing the speed. Super impressive. When your feet are like swinging around like anything under you, like amazing. Here we go.
Jen Wood stepping back on too.
Come on, Jen.
Here she goes, pressing out on these X-Colt holds. Dual text, so you can't really tell on the yellows very well, but one side's rough and one side is highly polished.
Oh, that was close.
So you've got to be really specific, and Nathaniel nails it. Yes,
that was amazing.
Awesome. Planting the hand and foot, and the top, this left hold is so poor.
Terrible.
So poor. I think he may go left hand again. No, fair play, Nathaniel.
Strong work.
Awesome finish. So he's laying down the gauntlet there. Two tops.
Into first.
Yeah, awesome, awesome. 2 tops, 5 attempts on both. So potentially, now we know the problem goes. That's quite a lot of attempts. Any of the guys, I think, in fact, who are after him, they've all got less goes than him on that first boulder. So it's going to be hard for him to keep that top spot. But equally, a super complex multi-coordination super ninja dyno, so not the easiest one.
Jen Wood pulling on for her last go probably of the competition. She's going to give it everything she's got. Yes, and
nice.
So close on that zone.
Yeah, I think if she could just get a bit higher on the bicep when she goes up with the right hand, it'll allow her to hold that swing a little bit more and then get the foot on, the left hand on. But we'll see. Jen's super strong climber. Let's see more. No, just
that's
gassed
it,
out.
I think.
Yeah, huge
Gave it
effort
everything.
from Jen. That is a long weekend. She's put in a huge shift. Yeah, got to be really happy with that. But here's Nathaniel. Comes from America and giving it the Hollywood move. Love it. Yeah. Although obviously I don't think he's from Hollywood, but yeah, that was seriously good. And eyeing up the finish. That left hold is rubbish as well.
So terrible.
So terrible. Made it look like a jug. But here's Jan. Oh my goodness. That is insane. The alley-oop. Over with the right. Smash and grab. Fair play, Jan. That is above average. That is above average. Well done. So he's leapfrogged. I don't know if you guys have seen the film Gladiator, but it reminded me there where he looked out at what crowd is there, and it's like that look of, are you not entertained? Like, is that all you've got? Awesome effort from him. Again, I think we talk about the competitors getting more experience for the comp season ahead, but it's also for the route setters. Percy's going to be the lead setter at Tokyo, so he's going to be learning a huge amount about what they're capable of doing, and all the different ways that they can effectively break the boulders that they set. So I know that's definitely not what they imagined Jan would do.
Yeah, for sure. The athletes have been training really hard over the winter season, and especially with it being the Olympic year, and a lot of the athletes who are going to the games, their training's changed a lot. They're training for 3 disciplines now, and it has an impact on their performance for sure in each discipline. So it's really interesting to see how they are climbing at the start of the season.
Totally.
Especially if this will be the only event before the games.
Yeah, I mean,
might be the only insight that we do get.
It's insane, isn't it? All the variety of training they've got to do. I've obviously been really keen in watching the Adam Ondra series, watching him going through all the different transitions in his training, and I'm sure it's the same. We're getting an insight into Adam's world, but I'm sure everyone's applying the same process. There's just so many hours in the day, right?
Yeah.
It's hard to fit it all in.
Yeah.
Particularly introducing speed, which is, it might not seem like it, but it's a really skill-based event. You've got to learn a lot of rhythmical, technical aspects, and unlike the other climbing disciplines, you've got to work on those legs, right?
Yeah, for sure. And it's each discipline is so different.
Yeah.
Like you've got bouldering, which is mainly strength, and then you've got route climbing, lead climbing, which is endurance, and then you've got speed climbing. And you really need that explosive power. It's so hard to train everything at once.
It's like a 100-meter sprint meets a 400-meter meets long jump.
And you've got to be good at everything at the same time. I don't envy the athletes.
Yeah, I definitely don't envy them all, but that's the game at the moment. But you know, touch wood, climbing is only going one way. It's so popular. Fingers crossed we have a great Olympic Games, and then potentially we might get all disciplines in individually as well as the combined. But I think I speak for everyone in just saying how psyched I am about it being in the Olympics. Just can't wait to see it there. And of course, we're still trying to figure out who's going to be the final 20 there, and we'll find that out
hopefully soon.
Hopefully soon, yeah.
Thea Cameron, back on, or I think she's tired. Yeah,
and you can see just skin. She had all three fingers on her right taped up, and she's calling it a day there. Fair play. It is a long old shift to get through. So we're moving through the final boulder now. We've got Hannah Slaney and Jim Pope. They're our third competitors to try this final climb. Again, as you can see in the scores, Jan and Nathaniel out in front, and all 4 climbers still to go. So, you know, if you can, like Jan, come out with a flash, you're going to be almost guaranteed a podium. But Jim having to do a dyno to start. Yeah, amazing.
Oh, such a good effort.
Such a good effort. Hannah Slaney, I think this might suit her. She, as you say, likes the slow, steady, powerful stuff, but it's whether she's got enough skin for this section here. Needs to be really strong, jumping up, get high and pull on the bicep.
It was a good first go.
Totally. Meanwhile,
Pope back on, giving it the triple. That is a wild swing at the end.
Yeah, and I think the part he's got the hands sequence dialed, but it's the timing to plant that left foot out on the final volume.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, sometimes it's easy to get the hands, but then you forget your legs are all the way over on the other side, and then you can't stick it. But he's got plenty of time, 2 minutes 50. It's always the way with these dynos. Sometimes it takes a while to unlock, unless you're Jan and you just do a ridiculous rollover. But yeah, huge thanks to all the sponsors for sticking with this event. You can see just above Jim there the big Rab competition wall logo. They've been a long-term sponsor, headline sponsor for the QWIF, and I know everyone here really appreciates their support. And the hold sponsors too, Beta Setting, providing a lot of these amazing grips from a bunch of different companies there. And Hannah, let's see if she can do this last move. Give it the pop. Alley-oop.
Everything. Oh,
so close. I think Jen Wood had the right idea though. Jump really high to get as much as you can on the right hand before floating the left hand.
Yeah, you want to hit it as locked off as possible.
Totally.
That's going to be the easiest way to hold it.
Yeah.
Really engage position.
But 1 minute 50 left for these guys. Final climb of the day, or of the weekend even. And Jim, you can just see the legs. He's not quite engaging the legs to even float out with the left foot and stop all that momentum that he's creating. I think Hannah's taping up her 10th finger there.
That is all of them now taped.
Poor Hannah, yeah, that is a rough deal.
We need a few days to grow that back.
Yeah, well, thankfully, we got nothing but time right now. Yeah, let's hope. I'm sure Beastmaker sales are going to go through the roof. Everybody's going to just be homeschooling.
Home train.
Yeah, that's where it's at. Yep. Get your home boards. Dust off the Beastmaker.
Come on,
Hannah.
Oh, that was a really good effort. That was the closest go.
So you can see on the side here we've got the live scores. Jan Hojer came out and absolutely destroyed the last boulder with an unorthodox rollover sequence to get the flash. Nathaniel did it slightly differently with a 1, 2, 3, 4 coordination dyno and then sticking the left foot. But Jim obviously really struggling here. 7 tries in. This will be his 8th. to generate the right momentum and get the foot to stick. It's just slowing it down nicely, but the foot is key to stop that momentum. We can safely say this is Hannah's last go. Give it everything, come on.
Oh,
so close. Wow, good effort from all of
He's
them.
back on again. 8 seconds to go. Can
He's
he
just
get
enjoying, he's having a great time.
Why not?
Yeah. Interesting, he changed his mind and went for the Yan rollover there. Maybe could have tried that a bit earlier. Here he is, Blue Steel. Blue
He
Steel
means business, doesn't he?
is a man, he's like the Terminator, he's a man possessed. Laser beams. Yeah. Give me your brush, your chalk and your climbing shoes. I'm going to destroy this boulder.
I think this will suit Molly really well. She really needs to top this block quick if she wants to be in with a chance of
Flash, there we go.
securing first place. She's secured podium already.
Yeah.
So with a flash.
She's going to be in for a good shot at winning it. She, as Gracie says, she's definitely on the podium already. It's just what position she's going to be. She's got to be decisive now.
This last move is a spicy one, the says.
Get the toe hook in, I reckon.
Oh.
See what she's doing.
Hooking.
Come on. Come on, Molly. Stick with it.
Oh,
no!
She missed the good
So close. And Billy here. All eyes on him. Lining up the dyno. One. Oh, static. Is he going to go static? No. That was awesome. The feet facing the wrong way. That was a really impressive clamp from him. So all to play for on this final boulder. In the bottom right hand corner of your screen, you're going to start to see some insights coming through. We call them in event intelligence. So for Billy, if he tops this block, he'll be in second. He's got 7 attempts remaining. So I've got to say, I'm loving all of these graphics.
It's really useful.
Makes our life easy, doesn't it? So yeah, he's currently in 5th position, but if he tops this boulder in 7 or less, he will get up to second. So I'm sure he wants a podium. He's had such a good pre-season with all of the big events, Studio Block. Is it Dock Masters, the other one he did?
Yeah.
Plywood, yeah, he's really been around on the circuit, so sure he'll want to finish it off well before he gets a forced break.
Interestingly, on his last attempt, he went for the over-the-top hand beater, which Yan used. So see if he tries that again. Which
I guess they're quite similar size-wise, height and arms. But we've got Molly just stepping back. She had such a good first try that she knows it's only a small mistake that she made, and she'll need to focus on that top section and figure it out. At the moment, she's sitting in 1st place. She got 2 flashes and flashed to the zone, so she's guaranteed a podium, but we're just trying to find out
what number that is.
Yeah.
Here
she goes. Really, really cruising through that section.
Such a powerful move.
If you're just joining us now, you've missed 3 other competitors who've really been struggling on that. So good to see Molly, local girl, British team crushing. That's what we want. Here we go, Molly. Come on.
Going static.
Yes, nice and slow.
Just needs the match. Yeah. She's
awesome.
In.
So she's happy with that. 3 tops, topping that 2nd try. That is a big deal. She's leading the female category.
Puts the pressure on Brooke and Holly now.
Yep.
They want to take her off the top spot.
That's it.
They got to do that quick.
And in the men's, as you can see, bottom right hand corner, that counter going down. He needs to top this block to come 2nd, and he has 3 attempts remaining to do so. So he's going to be giving it everything. I don't think that rollover's working for him.
No, I think his
10 seconds left.
original method was better. I think
this could be the end of his round.
Aiming for the zone. Oh
well, huge appreciation for Billy, obviously based here in Sheffield, so he'll be super happy to make finals, but knowing him, he won't be happy if he's not on the podium.
No.
Yeah.
Great performance from him though. Really
yeah,
good.
absolutely. So we're down to our last 2 competitors, which is just everything you want from a competition. You want it to go down to the last climbers, and that's certainly what we've got in the female category.
It's a fight.
All eyes on Brooke here. So
if she flashes it,
yep,
she will go into first position.
That's right. Bottom corner of the screen.
Oh, sorry, just needs
if
to
if Brooke can top this climb in one attempt, she will go into first place. Yoshiyuki, so good there as well. He's climbed so well throughout this round. Let's have a look at what he needs. So he needs to top this boulder for first. No pressure, mate. No pressure. Oh, Brooke just missing that hold again. In the last climb, she just missed the good bit of the hold as well, but managed to stay on. But I think with the angle of this, you've got to hit the holds in the right position. So here we go.
Yoshiyuki back on.
Yoshiyuki back on.
See it. Oh,
there
yes!
he is. Okay, so if he tops it, he'll be into first place. So super cash. That top is not easy, but he's making it look easy. And he goes straight into first position there by virtue of zones. And Brooke just sticking the dyno now.
Can she squeeze the top out?
She is in desperate need of a top on this one. She needs to top this, and then it'll go to advanced count back. Oh no!
She's got time.
She's got time, but that, I have to say, that is good for Molly Thompson-Smith. Yeah. That puts her definitely at the top of the tree. So she can now only be beaten by Holly Toothill, who is to come out last. So either way, I think we're going to get a British champion. Wicked. Which obviously we're a bit biased, but it's always good to have a
home champion.
Yeah, absolutely. We might get two. We've still got Nathan Phillips to come out on men's 4 as well, which is ideal. So yeah, Brooke taking her time. She's had a few tries on this boulder now. She hit it so perfectly. The contact strength she had to hold that swing and then at the same time bring the left hand up was amazing.
Impressive.
Yeah, really impressive. I guess that's why she's going to the Olympics. Yeah.
I think she's pretty good at climbing.
Yeah, she's not bad, is she? I like this move here with the toe hook, and this pinch grip is probably the worst hold on the wall.
Oh, she wasn't on it again, just coming up a little bit short.
Just falling short.
Not much time left though, so she's got to get straight back on if she wants to stand a chance of topping it.
Exactly.
Keep the pressure on.
And she has to top this block now to come second. She's guaranteed podium, but she'll want to be as high up as she can. She's come all the way from the States for this comp, much appreciated under the circumstances. I know she was here before it all really kicked off, but it's great to see her. But she's just getting gassed out. 30 seconds or so remaining, and she's calling it home. Skin's gone. Save it for another day. So it all comes down to the final boulder, final climber on the final boulder, which is what we want. Holly Toothill or Molly Thompson-Smith in the female category. And if Nathan Phillips flashes this boulder,
no pressure,
he will be the double champ. Back-to-back wins. I'm not sure if that's happened before, back-to-back champion. Possibly. But either way, very impressive given the state of the men's field. So there he is.
High pressure.
No pressure, Nathan. It's not what you want, is it? So as you see in the bottom right-hand corner, needs to top the block for first. We've got Holly cruising through, and as we say, she needs to do this. She needs to top the block to come first by virtue of attempts to zones. Ooh, so again, pressure on both of these guys.
Nathan Phillips, eyeing it up.
Oh, perfect from Nathan. He was super slow, slowing down all the motions. He knows. Yeah, he knows that was a good go. And he knows he needs to do it quick. So yeah, just needs to top. He needs to top this block for first on the last attempt. So yeah, it's all coming down to the wire. It's exactly what we want. I think the route set's done a great job. I think maybe just one of the female climbs, block 2, wasn't ideal, but we still got zone, and I'm pretty sure she could have topped it if she had time.
Yeah, it just ran out.
But again, then the men's block 3. So, you know, not ideal, but, you know, 3 out of 4, I think that's an awesome effort from the route setters.
Holly Toothill back on.
Yep. 2 minutes 30 left. Super strong. Ah, no. Just slipping off there. As I said before, that left pinch that they're holding in the roof is really, really poor. Not what you want. Last boulder of the day. Nathan Phillips. Super experienced now. Been around the block. Been in the finals of the World Championships. Semi-finals, finals, all over the place these days. So yeah, he's very consistent and looking to get another championship here today.
So he's now aiming to top the block for 3rd position.
Yep, that's right.
So podium spot. He needs this top.
That's right. We've got Nathan needs to top the block for 2nd now by virtue of the number of attempts. And Holly as well. She's got to top this block now to to beat Molly Thompson-Smith. Here we go, Holly. Nice.
She's trying hard.
She did so well here, sticking with it. She's got the zone, smashing through these volumes. We know obviously from Molly that this was a super hard move. See if she can do it. She needs to press hard with the feet now. That left hold you can see is really poor. Oh, so unlucky. She's just gassed out. Completely gassed out. But Nathan's still going on this coordination jump. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, he misses the foot.
So unlucky. That foot plant is just essential to cut the momentum, right?
Yeah,
just
can't do it without it.
Can't do it, well, unless you're Jan.
Well,
a weird Jan rollover sequence. Here we go.
Back
Last
on,
30 seconds. QWIF 2020. Maximum effort required. Come on, Holly. Oh, no. Just out of reach. Currently sitting in 2nd position. She unfortunately now has to top the boulder to win. She's got more zones than Molly Thompson-Smith, but she has to top it, as Molly has already topped it. And it's the same story for Nathan. He can't win, but he can come 2nd if he tops. At the moment he's sitting in 4th.
Out. 3 seconds left.
Come on, Nath. Oh no, so that is it. The QWIF 2020. He's gutted after being last year's champion.
It was close.
Yeah, very close. But here are the official scores. Yoshiyuku Ogata, all the way from Japan, crushing it. He with a flash and a 2nd attempt. Awesome effort from him. Jan Hojer, obviously everyone's familiar with him, and Nathaniel Colman locking out the podium.
Nice.
Yeah, and then unfortunately, obviously we're biased to 3 bits.
Just missing out.
Just missing out.
But female champion, women's champion, Molly Thompson-Smith brings it home for Sheffield.
Yes, awesome. Yeah, almost locking out the podium, the Brits, but Brooke Raboutou came all the way over from the States. Matching Nathaniel Colman's 3rd place as well, so nice. Awesome shift from the Americans here. Great to have them part of the event, and we certainly appreciate them coming all the way.
I might as well do reversal. So 3rd place.
Okay, you can probably just hear in the background on screen. Percy Bishton obviously is in residence, and you can just see all the brushers, route setters. They're the only ones who've been allowed to watch. But here's a 3rd place presentation in the female category for QWIF 2020. Brooke Raboutou giving it the elbow bump. Safety first. Yeah, so awesome effort from her. First QWIF she's attended. Holly, not bothered. Straight in. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, they've been with each other all weekend, so whatever's happened has happened. Yeah. And Molly, this year's Rab 2020 QWIF champion, Molly Thompson-Smith, Sheffield local. Awesome to see, and in fairness, she did dominate it.
Yeah, really strong.
By the end, yeah, she was the, really strong on that final boulder. So, yeah, big smiles all around. She'll be really happy.
Okay, on to the men's individual.
Oh, medals off. Molly, keep it on, keep it on.
They look like pizza slices this year. So in the men's, Nathaniel Colman from the USA takes 3rd place.
Cool, elbow bumps again.
Strong.
So in vogue, yeah. And Jan, yeah, rub it in. I hope he's hand sanitised. and the elbow bump. You can just see Jan's obviously used to the Sheffield weather in the down jacket, Nathaniel not in the vest. I don't know how that works.
Don't know how he's not frozen.
Men's Rab 2020 champion Yoshiyuku Ogata, all the way from Japan. Awesome effort. So an international podium.